we said that all over the world, all the people, irrespective of caste, creed, color, religion or nationality, are in search of peace. That is number one. And we also said one of the important causes for the modern man in search of peace is consumerism, our great attraction towards the demon that has entered into the society, the demon of consumerism, and how affluenza has come to eat away the vitals, and how we all take an equation to be granted, taken for granted. H is directly proportional to M, where H is equal to happiness and M is equal to money. And we also told how most of the time the reverse is true, but that does not mean that economic prosperity is not important for happiness. Money is a very important tool, but it is an important tool for getting happiness, and it is not an end in itself. And we had given example of the fisherman. In fact, happiness survey was carried out by London School of Economics and the World Economic Forum a few years, some time back. And they discovered the happiest country in the whole world is Bangladesh, having very low per capita income. Fifth number is India, though backward, a developing country. And United States was 45th in number, Soviet Russia 65th. So-called developed countries are not happy, and so-called developing countries people are happy. That again does not give the message that we should not have money and we should not become a developed country. But this equation that only money will give happiness and peace in life is not true. There are certain things required. Most important, the way of life, the art of living, the approach. A complete paradigm shift has to come in our approach towards life. Then we will get happiness and peace in everyday life. And what we told is that the source of eternal happiness, eternal joy, eternal bliss is already present with us, only we are not aware of it. That's all. And we told in detail how our Upanishads say that the eternal joy is within us, but we'll have to manifest the divinity. And if we practice 4 yogas in our daily life we will get peace of mind. In our daily life we will get happiness, and it will help us to reach the eternal, the supreme goal for which we are born in this world. Many questions have come, so I will try to give, very many questions are there, some of interesting questions also. I will try to give brief replies because some people wanted a meditation session to discuss on meditation. Well, meditation itself is a very vast subject. This, what we are discussing, is a vast subject. And again, out of 4 yogas we told prayer, meditation, unselfish service, and reading, positive thoughts. These are the 4 methods we had told for peace of mind. One of them is meditation. Again, meditation is a very vast subject. When I was at Rajkot, every Saturday I used to give discourse on concentration meditation. So it went on for 5 years. We had 223 lectures. All of them were recorded. And then the people asked when it is going to end. I said, let it start. We have not yet started. We are on the periphery. Because as soon as I wanted to enter deeper, then I saw the people are becoming little restless because it's a very deep subject. So again I have to give some story, make it very mild. So very mild doses I have to give. So it took 223 lectures to start the subject. By that time I was transferred to Porbandar, so it was not there. So such a vast subject, concentration, meditation, we will take only 10-15 minutes for, and then we will have a session on meditation. And of course, yesterday as I told you, how to remain peaceful and tranquil under various circumstances, that also have to take So a lot of things waiting, but let us see. I'll try to give, first of all, reply. Since you have taken the trouble of writing the questions, I must reply at least brief. Otherwise, you will think your labor has gone in vain. Some of the questions are very interesting also. How to get up early in the morning with fresh mind and body? Well, go to bed early, automatically you will be able to get up early. But if you go on watching TV serials up to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and if you want to get up early, Brahma Muhurta, 5 o'clock, not possible. Not with fresh body and mind. Then all whole day you will be feeling lazy. Because normally an average human being requires 5 to 6 hours of sleep over 24 hours. Maybe it may be broken into 2 parts. Some people can afford noon sleep. Okay, then you can break it into 2 parts. But it requires 5 to 6 hours. Those who meditate too much, or those who have got a very tranquil mind, they can do away with 2-3 hours. Yogis need only 1 hour. That's a different thing. But most of the average human beings, those who are working hard whole day, they require 5 to 6 hours sleep, as according to the psychologists. So go to bed early and then get up early. That is the best thing. And of course, if you are going to bed early and still you are not able to get up, then get it checked up by the doctor. There may be some worms in the stomach. And even if physiologically you are all right, the doctor says, and you are going to bed early, and still there is problem, then there is a demon of laziness that it entered into you. For that, the best thing will be, as I go to various schools and colleges hostel, I told the girls hostel, you have to, same question came up. I said, very easy, you find out one partner who will pour water in the early morning on your face. So everyone got up early, because lest the other partner pours water on her. So all got up early. So find out a partner. Because the alarm clock does not work, I know. Because the alarm clock goes and then you stop it and again go to bed. Many people do like that. Of course, some new models of alarm clocks have come, that first of all there is mild, then there will be loud, and there is a hammer attached to it. They will go on striking till you get up. So anyway, these are the important. What is important in life? Status, love, family, or money? All of them are important. But in order priority is love. Because many people come to us with various types of problem. Somebody has lost status, they are very miserable. I have to give them pacify. Family, there are so many problems, they come. Money also, somebody has lost. Money can come back. I tell them, it's a passing phenomena. But when you lose love, somebody whom you love, and when you lose love, that's a great disaster in life, I know. And so, at that time it is very difficult to cope up with that. They come with a very, very disastrous state of mind. So, love is most important. But the art of loving, very difficult. Erich Fromm has written a beautiful book, The Art of Loving. Beautiful book. I had mentioned about that book when last year I talked about nurturing relationships, art of management of relationships. Of course, that CD is available in our bookshop. You can have it. Those who did not come, there I have given in detail how to go about this love. And of course, I told ultimately the solution lies in loving the eternal and infinite. As Swami Vivekananda says, there's a beautiful book in the bookshop you will get, Religion of Love. There he says, there cannot be an infinite love between two finite realities which are all the time going towards death. So there can only be an infinite love between an infinite Atman and an infinite Paramatman. This only is the lasting relationship. All the relationships are not lasting. That does not mean we should not have human relationships, because each and every human being has in him or her that divinity present. So, but we should try to love the divine, try to love the person through the divine. Then there will be no problem. But when we get directly attached to a person, then there will be problem. So Swami Vivekananda says in his book, Work and Its Secret, that attachment is the source of all our miseries. You find out. Attachment is the source of all miseries. What is the solution? Should we not then love? Should we not love? Then, how are we different from walls? Walls also do not love. They never suffer. Do you mean to say we should become walls? No. So we should love. We should But the solution is we must have as much power of attachment as that of detachment. We must reserve the power of detachment. That can come only when there is another love, and that superior love comes, then the ordinary love gets eliminated or evolved. So I'm not giving the details, but in order of priority, love is most important in life. Swamiji, I every day sit for meditation for half an hour, but at that time I always find so many good thoughts and bad thoughts are coming and going. And sometimes the worries of finance and so many worldly matters come. For this to avoid, what should I do? Please guide me for the same. Well, many people come to me. Many people. Swamiji, I want to share one secret thing with you. Yes, okay, tell me. You see, when I sit for meditation, all sorts of nasty thoughts come to me. I said, this private problem has been told by many to me. It is no longer a secret, it is an open secret. And why? It is a common phenomenon. Now, if somebody tells me that when I sit for meditation, I don't get any distraction and immediately I get concentration, there is something wrong. There is something wrong. You are different from others. Either you are a great yogi or something wrong. So, this is with average human being. And why? Swami Vivekananda says in Raj Yoga, why it is difficult? Because he says, do you know what our mind is like? Our mind is like a monkey. The nature of our mind is like a monkey. You know, he says, there was a monkey, and monkeys, by very nature, they are very, very restless. So there was a monkey who was very restless, always jumping. Now, somebody made him drink some liquor, wine. So and that was a very fine wine, superior quality of wine. So after taking lot of wine, you can understand how much he was jumping. And then one scorpion stung it. Then it started jumping much more. And then a ghost entered into his head. Then now you can see how much that monkey wouldn't be jumping. So Swamiji says, our mind is like that monkey, always restless, but then we have taken a lot of wine of desire. I want a Maruti 1000, I want a multi-story building, I must take that opticals which are available in Delhi, 3.5 lakhs rupees, I must go there, I must do this one, I must have this one, I must have this one. So many desires. Wine, we are taking whole day, we are taking wine of desire. So it becomes more restless. Then I must invest on this finance company and must have this share company and this and that. So always full of desire, wine we are taking. Then scorpion stings it. What is the scorpion? Scorpion of jealousy. This fellow went ahead of me. Let me find out how to get him down. So scorpion of jealousy stings it. So our mind becomes more restless. And then finally the ghost of ego, pride comes into our mind. Don't you know who am I? This pride. And so our mind becomes more restless. It is very difficult to control such a mind, and it is very difficult to meditate with such a mind. So first what is required is purification of mind. You can have control of mind only when the mind is purified, when it is bereft of jealousy, pride, wine of desire is less, then gradually the mind will come under control. And let us not be very morose because we are not able to control our mind, because we are not able to meditate properly, we are not able to concentrate. We are all sailing in the same boat. That's a great solace for us. We are all sailing in the same boat. And we are sailing in the same boat with Arjuna. So Sri Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, he tells about various techniques of meditation. Then the same question that has been asked is asked by Arjuna. Arjuna says, it's very, very good. I have listened to all your beautiful discourse on how to meditate. But then he starts telling, Chanchalami mana Krishna pramati balvadridham tasyaham nigraham manne vayoriva shuduskaram. Lord, you are told how to meditate, but I find my mind is so restless that I find it is easier to control the wind by a fist but more difficult to control this mind. I am finding it very difficult. And Sri Krishna, what does he reply? He doesn't say, what? Talking like a fool? Talking like a coward? Why are you talking like this? In the second chapter we find when Arjuna says, oh Lord, I will not find, I find it difficult, and I don't want to fight, I don't want to quarrel, my Gandiva is getting away from me, no, I will not fight. And he sits down. At that time Sri Krishna admonishes him, and very harsh language he uses. Klebhyam ma smagam partha naitvatta yupapaddate shrudram hridaya daurbalyam taktote saparantapa. Get up! This cowardice does not suit you. Unmanliness does not suit you. You are a hero. Get up and fight. But when when Arjuna says, oh Lord, I find this mind very restless, very difficult to control, Sri Krishna does not say, what? Talking like a fool? No. What does he say? Ashanshayam mahabaho manodur nigraham chalam abhyasena to kaunteya vairagyan chikriyate. Ashanshayam mahabhavana. Yes, Arjun, you are very right. This mind is very difficult to control. Even Sri Krishna agrees. This mind is very difficult to control. Buddha says it is easier to fight single-handed with 1,000 people, but more difficult to control this mind which wanders like an elephant. Swami Vivekananda says it's difficult. The modern guru says, oh, it's very easy. Come to me, $35, I will give you instant samadhi. And the market is very down. Everywhere the market is down. But one market is very much thriving, and that is the commercial market of commercialization of religion. So many shops have been opened and people are going mad. They don't have peace. What to do? So if they don't get nectar, okay, let us take drain water, doesn't matter. That's why people are going mad, because they want some support. So these people are making money out of it. $35 instant samadhi will give. For all the great people, they told, no, samadhi you are talking about, it is the 8th stage. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, meditation, and 8th stage is samadhi. When we talk about yama, what is yama? Satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigrah, ahimsa. And niyama, shauch, santosh, tap, swadhyay, isha pranidhan. Yama, first is satya, truthfulness. No, nowadays we cannot stick to truth. It is not possible to practice truthfulness in this age. Swamiji, you are impractical. And if we start following you, then they will say, એ તો સત્યવાદી હરિશ્ચંદ્રનું પૂછડું છે. They are just fools going after truthfulness. This is not possible. They will say, impractical. Not possible to follow truthfulness, not possible to go for other virtues. But yama is difficult, niyama is difficult, asana is difficult, pranayam is difficult, pratyahar difficult, dharana difficult, dhyan much more difficult, as somebody says. And samadhi, oh, instant, you will get it. Just like instant coffee, you will get instant samadhi. No. Even Arjuna also found it difficult. Sri Krishna also agrees. Ashanshay mahabaho manodur nigraham chalam. But then he adds, it's very difficult but not impossible. Abhyasena to kaunteya vairagya grihyate. By abhyas and vairagya, these two things that has been told. Even in Patanjali Yoga Sutra we find abhyas, vairagya, abhyam tan nirodha. There is a beautiful book, downstairs you will find, Mind and its Control. I am giving the gist of that. By these two things, Sri Krishna says, you can achieve control of mind. Once we achieve the control of mind, then only we will be able to meditate properly. So, abhyas and vairagya. What is abhyas? Practice, practice, practice. At the appointed time, whether you like it or not, you must sit down for meditation. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you have, but appointed time. Regular practice. Gradually, the mind will come under control. So, Sri Ramakrishna used to give an example. He had gone to see a circus. There he saw a European girl. She was just standing on a horse, and the horse was moving at full speed all around. And then there was a ring. The horse went from inside the ring, jumped and went to the other side. And while the horse was going through the ring, the European girl, she jumped from the horse, and when the horse went to the other side, again she came to the horse, and then the horse again started running. Sri Ramakrishna said, yeah, just look. Look, how much difficult, but how she has achieved? By practice. First, when she started, maybe when she wanted to ride on the horse, horse might have kicked her out, but again she started, gradually she started sitting on the horse, then standing on the horse, then standing while the horse is running, and then jumping while the horse is jumping. Gradually, it's possible after many years of practice. So practice makes a man perfect. So go on, practice for meditation every day at appointed time, one. But simple practice won't do. Second thing is Vairagya. Vairagya means non-attachment. 4 drunkards got together on a full moonlight. Then said, let us have picnic. Today is full moonlight. Let us enjoy picnic. So they went inside the boat and started rowing the boat. After some time, the person who was rowing got exhausted. Another said, let me row. So all the 4 persons by turn, they were rowing. Whole night they rowed. Morning, there was sunrise, and the rays came to their mouth, their faces, and so their intoxication was little less because they had drunk a lot of wine. Now the intoxication was less. They started asking every day, let us see. I think some particular spot we have already reached. Let us find out how much we have advanced. Whole night we have rowed. And so they got down from the boat. Then they discovered they were standing at the same place where they were standing night. Because they had forgotten to lift the anchor. Lifting the anchor is also important. And once you lift the anchor, even if you don't row, by the simple flow of water you will go to some extent. But if you don't lift the anchor, how much you are going rowing? Most of the people are saying, I am meditating every day, but I am not getting result. Why? Because we have not lifted the anchor. So let us ask ourselves, have we lifted the anchor? So much attachment is there towards the world, worldly objects, worldly persons. No amount of practice will help. So we have to have simultaneous practice of meditation, controlling the mind, also simultaneously trying to have a little sense of detachment. Vairagya does not mean becoming a monk or a nun, but then a little sense of attachment, detachment, as I talked about yesterday, Sri Ramakrishna's example of living like a maid servant. So Abhyas and Vairagya will give us that little by little, bit by bit, we will get control of mind. Once we get control of mind, then we will be able to meditate. Now the person who has asked the question, I will give you one practical advice. When you sit down for meditation, of course, this is a long-term process, not for a day or two. Long-run process. I am telling you frankly, don't expect miracles result in this meditation and in spiritual practices. There is no shortcut in spiritual practices. Swami Nikhileswarananda, there is a beautiful book, Meditation and Spiritual Life, almost like a textbook on meditation. So there he says, there is no shortcut in spiritual life. Of course, with methodically if you go, it becomes easier, but then there is no shortcut. Don't expect shortcut. And those who want shortcuts and those who go for miracles, ultimately they come to grief. We have to be prepared to pay the price. If we want an article, a good article, we have to pay the full price. Otherwise, of course, there are so many other articles available, but you will not get the original. If you want the original pen, pay the full price. If you want duplicate, yes, available, cheap price. Similarly, if you want real spiritual progress, we have to pay the price in terms of sadhana, in terms of practice. If not, you are not prepared to pay the price, well, you will get duplicate. Don't afterwards tell me, oh, we are repenting now. I am telling you, we have to be prepared to pay the price. But yes, if we follow methodically, the process becomes easier. It is possible to do that. That is what Sri Krishna says, that is what Swami Vivekananda says, that is what all the saints say. So now, I will tell one practical advice. When you sit down for meditation, naturally, there will be so many thoughts coming about business, about finance and all that. I can understand. So, one of the ways is make friendship with your mind. Have partnership. My dear friend, you are my friend. My dear mind, you are my friend. So, let us have partnership. I will meditate for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. First 10 minutes belong to you and second half of 10 minutes belongs to me. Let us have partnership, 50-50. So, first 10 minutes, you can go anywhere. New York, London, stock market, anywhere you go. I don't mind. But after 10 minutes, now I had given you enough freedom, you exhaust wherever you want to go. Now enough, now please cooperate with me. 10 minutes I want to meditate on my Ishta, on my God. Please allow me to speak. You will find the mind is becoming your friend because you have given him some freedom. Okay, now 10 minutes you meditate on God. So this is one of the ways. There are so many ways. One practical method I have told. A long drawn process, abhyas and vairagya, will make it possible for us to have better concentration in mind. This I have given brief reply. What should we do to manage money and stress? If money is important for life, not more than peace of mind, but we have to apply our mind in earning money, so it's naturally disturbed, then what should we do to manage both money matter and mind matter? How to avoid infinity There's one question. Okay. Now, of course, we must earn money. We have to earn money. Without money, we cannot go a step further. Every one of us has to go earn for money. But then, we have to manage money. Money should not manage us. That's all we should remember. How much money you want? How much money you want? There has to be some basic minimum. And you find out for yourself how much money you want. There has to be a balance between stress coming out of earning more money. Yes, you can go for earning money, but 24 hours are less. But you cannot overnight become moneyed person. Whatever you find out, okay, I will give at least half an hour morning and half an hour in the evening for my meditation and for having good thoughts. If not, 15 minutes morning and evening, that much you can do. But that must be done sincerely. That is how you have to balance. It depends upon you. Some people need only to give 5 minutes morning and 5 minutes evening, and they can recommend tranquil. Tranquility, peace of mind is more important than money in life. I am not telling you give 24 hours to meditation. It's not possible also. But you give few hours for earning money and give and wholeheartedly. Whatever work you do, Swami Vivekananda says, do it wholeheartedly. When you are in business, with full concentration, you apply your mind, because that is also worship. Earning money is also worship. Every work is a worship. It has been ordained to you by God. But then, spare some time for having peace of mind. This is how you have to balance. How many years a person can wait for the happiness to come? Why do you want to wait for happiness to come? Why not now and here? Most of the people are waiting for happiness to come. Swami Vivekananda says, happiness will not come if you wait for it. If at all it comes, beautiful word he uses, beautiful sentence. Happiness always comes to a man wearing the crown of misery. Beautifully he is still. Happiness, work in its secret. Happiness comes to a man wearing the crown of misery. It never comes alone. Happiness, misery are obverse and reverse of the same coin. There will never be a time when there will be no happiness in our life. There will never be a time when there will be no misery in our life. Always they are all combined. So this is the world of Maya. Both good and evil, happiness and misery are part and parcel of our life. Now, let us not wait for happiness to come in our life. There will be good incidents, bad incidents coming. What we should do is enjoy every moment of our life. That is the game of life. Now and here, Swami Vivekananda says, to be happy and smiling always takes you nearer to God than any prayer in this world. We are the children of immortal bliss. Why should we morose? Problems will come. That is a part of life. But let us try to face the problems smilingly. Let us try to face the problems boldly. Let it come. Let us try to be happy from this very moment. It is only what we have to do is let us have a paradigm shift in our thinking, and we will get happiness in whatever circumstances we are having, because it's more a question of our attitude of how we look at the life. If we take positive attitude, yes, there is a glass half full of milk. You can be miserable also, oh, glass is half empty. Another person can become happy because he says glass is half full of milk. So he looks at the milk side. So whenever in our life, always we find there is misery, there is happiness. Always it is mixed up. For every incident, there are two aspects of it. So let us try to accept the brighter aspect of it. Then now and here we will get happy. It is an attitude of mind. It does not depend upon external factors. Wherever we are, we can remain happy. And another thing, of course, beautifully it has been told, कोई तन दुखी, कोई मन दुखी, कोई धन हेतु रहत उदास, थोड़े थोड़े सब दुखी, सुखी राम का दास. Of course, there will be some misery. Some people are miserable because the body is not good. Some people are miserable because they have not got money. They still want money. कोई तन दुखी, कोई मन दुखी. And some people are miserable because of their mind, and some people are miserable because they are still not in money. And who is really happy? One, Sukhi Ram Ka Das. So, if we are devoted to God, if some devotion comes, then yes, God, wherever you are placed, I will try to be happy. It's your wish, okay, your wish. Even this is a test. This is a test. Narsi Mehta, we cannot become Narsi Mehta overnight. Mirabai, these are all examples. When Narsi Mehta's wife died, Bhalu thayu bhangi janga janjal sukhe samarso Sri Hari. Yeah. For him, every incident brings happiness. That is an ideal. We cannot become overnight that, but that is an ideal. Gradually, we have to go advance towards that. But the message is, wherever we are, under whatever circumstances, let us try to be happy rather than waiting for the happiness to come to our life. This is the message. Who is important in a girl who is married, husband and in-laws, or her parents? Both, my lord. Both are important. But the practical advice is, try to give more importance to in-laws and husband. Sharda Devi used to prepare food. So she used to prepare ordinary food for her husband and for the family members, and special type of food for the guest. Then they asked, why you are making this discretion? You are having special type. Holy Mother's advice, Sharda Devi's advice was very simple. You see, my husband and these relatives, they are my very own. Whether I serve them or not, they are going to remain my own. But these people are not my own. I have to make them my own. And so I have to make them happy and get them into my... So your parents are already your parents. Now your in-laws have to be also made your parents. So you have to give little maska polish, little buttering and get them, conquer their hearts, and then afterwards there will be no problem. Of course, there may be some extreme circumstances when you have to go to, for example, your father is sick and your mother-in-law is not allowing, you may have to take some drastic steps sometimes, but that is temporary step. Afterwards you can make them. But in general, I have told, in general, to be practical, give more importance to husband-in-laws. Your parents are not going to be offended too much that they will leave you, but these people can leave you also, and there may be divorce. What is the best donation a person can do? Well, there is three types of danas, giving up. Is annadan, physical giving donation of money or food and all that, or to sick persons. Then there is still more is vidyadan, giving knowledge. Teaching is a very good form of giving. And still more is gyandan, that is giving spiritual knowledge. These are the three types of danas. Most superior is gyanadan. That is from one point of view. And the best donation you can make is of yourself. I am not talking in terms of only body, donating your eyes or donating your kidney for somebody, donating your whole body. No. While you are living, try to give yourself. That is more important than giving an item. Giving love, giving your dedicated service for somebody, that is more important. Giving yourself is more important. Your whole life, for dedicating whole life for somebody is more important donation than just donating some rupees. If there is life after death, that is the soul enters other body after one's death, how come souls get birth? Because as I know, in India population was 50 crore before some decades and now it's 100 crore. So from where these 50 crore souls came from? I think you have to have become a special advisor of God. Where to send how many people and how this can be born and all that. Why are you bothered? Anyway, one simple question, one simple answer would be, you see, it is not necessary that a person who has died in India will come to India. There are so many souls in foreign countries, they want to be born in India. Perhaps they might have come from other countries. And you know, population of lions is decreasing, population of tigers is decreasing and population of donkeys also decreasing. So you will find in society some people are like tigers, some people are like lions, and some people like donkeys. They are all come in previous birth. Swamiji, you said that service should be without attachment, but sir, when we serve others, we would always get attached with them. Is it not? Yes. But as I told, there is no problem. Get attached. Without attachment, we will be like walls. We must get attached. We must love other. But always Swamiji says we must have as much power of attachment as that of detachment. Normally, attachment comes when we remain together, we love each other. That's must. We do not. Swamiji, it is not told that we should become stone-hearted. No. We must love, we must get attached, it's very normal. But then let us reserve the power of detachment, and this will come when we remember always this is all passing phase. We are traveling by a train. It's a great travel journey we have undertaken. Journey we have taken when we are born, the journey started. At the time of death, the journey will end. And when we are journeying, we are traveling. Sometimes the platform comes and you are having a chit chat with the chai wala, okay, have a nice joke, but remember the train is going to move, the platform. Don't get too much attached. Enjoy as long as you are. Don't get too much attached. But some attachment is a must for enjoyment. When we serve the community or a defined group of people, many times they themselves do not support us and at times go against us. And in that case, we are troubled. So what should we do? Should we continue to serve? While Jesus Christ was serving others, nobody supported him even when he was nailed on the cross. Well, you have given the answer yourself. You want to follow Jesus Christ or not? If you want to become great, well, you have to continue to serve. And if you want to serve, there will be opposition. And this is the sacrifice for which you must be ready. People will say all sorts of things. Even the people whom you are trying to serve, they will also sorts of things. But if you know that these people require service, then you should continue to serve, even at the cost of suffering. I will give you an example. When the earthquake came, 26 January 2001, as is the tradition of Ramakrishna Mission, immediately we started relief work right from the day one. So in Porbandar, there were two villages were very much affected. So one of the village was Bharwada. And that village is full of criminals, full of evil people. But then we said, we have to go to a village which is most affected. So we went there, 300 houses were demolished, had already got damaged. So we started our kitchen there. Now, many people started taking food in the kitchen. Most of them were Harijans and low caste people. The so-called leaders of the village, they came. Why you started kitchen without taking our permission? You should come first to us. You give all items to us and we will serve them. You go out of here, out of this village. I said, this can't be done. Our tradition is, they are all gods. We are here not to serve the poor people. We try to see God in them, and we don't try to serve through some agents. We ourselves, and we have taken money from public, we are answerable to them. Every single paisa is accounted for, and we ourselves do direct service. So we will go and directly serve these poor people. We will manage our own kitchen. We cannot give just items to you. So they were ferocious because from other NGOs they were getting some money, and what they will do, they will keep most of the portion within themselves and very little service to the people. Then they said, from tomorrow your kitchen will end. You have to close your kitchen. We don't need your services. But we got the information that the poor people had really nothing to eat. And had we stopped the kitchen, that would have meant a great suffering to them. We said, okay, if I have to get beatings from these gundas, I am ready. I will go. And so we took the risk, and they were ready to beat. But somehow or the other, some people came in between. Some good sense prevailed. Later on, they became devotees of Ramakrishna Mission. Today, we have already constructed a colony. Beautiful colony has come up in Bharwada village. 30 houses we constructed for those people who had completely lost their houses. There's a dispensary, library, beautiful temple has come, and they are having regular satsang. The people who are opposing us now are doing kirtan. And those who are drinking liquor are doing satsang and doing Ram Nam. But it takes time. It took 2 years of very hard fighting with them. We had to have series of meetings. Of course, we never went to the harsh side of it. Very lovingly we were trying to, but then though we were very delicately tackling the issue, never we made a compromise with the principal. We never closed down our kitchen. For 6 months it went on. When we discovered now they have started earning money and their houses have been built, government aid has come, then we stopped. So we have to continue to serve. If the need is there, we must continue to serve even at the cost of our life. That is sacrifice. Without sacrifice, no real service can be done. But that sacrifice gives the reward, and the greatest reward is great peace of mind. You just, when a smile comes from a person who was hungry, who was poor, and you help, and when gratefully he looks at towards you that I am really very happy, and then the blessings come from the Lord. What can be greater service than that? What can be a greater reward than that? So reward will come. Maybe in the beginning you may get beatings, but reward will come in the end. The law of karma is supreme. So we have to be prepared to do service even at the cost of undergoing suffering, peril, sometimes the risk of life also, that we have done. So many relief works we have done, so many places we have been serving, we have been doing to the tribal development projects. Even as on today in Bastar district, we have a very big tribal development projects, and Naxalites are attacking our Swamijis, and still we are not moving from Narayanpur, Bastar district. No help from the government. No, absolutely no help from government. All types of opposition from government, from the Naxalites. But we are saying, no, here are the poor people who are really suffering. They are primitive tribes. They did not know how to wear the clothes. And we started a school. Their children are now going to Delhi in 26th January parade. They have become so brilliant. 1 or 2 are going to become IAS officer now. We had in our school the children of those primitive tribes whose father and mother 10 years back did not know how to wear clothes. I am talking about this 10 or 20 years back. I have seen with my own eyes. Bastar district, Abujmar, the land which was not in government records. Perhaps it is not there even today. So we have to be prepared to serve the people, and for which we will have to sacrifice. We have to be prepared for that. માનનીય સ્વામીજી, હું ટીવાય બીકોમની વિદ્યાર્થીની છું. આ પહેલાં મેં સીએ ફાઉન્ડેશનની એક્ઝામ આપી હતી, પરંતુ તેમાં સફળતા ન મળી. ફરીથી સીએ કરવા ઈચ્છું છું, પણ નાસીપાસ થવાનો ડર પેસી ગયો છે. મનમાં ક્યાંક નહીં કરી શકવાનો ડર છે, તેના લીધે મનમાં કન્ફ્યુઝન થઈ જાય છે. ઘણીવાર કારણ વિના ગુસ્સે થઈ જાઉં છું અને એકાગ્રતા કામમાં રહેતી નથી. આ દૂર કરવા માર્ગદર્શન આપશો. હવે એમાં 2 ઉપાય છે. એક તો તમે સીએ ફાઉન્ડેશનની એક્ઝામ મૂકી દો. ન રહેગા બાંસ ન બજેગી બાંસુરી. શું કરવા જાઓ છો ભાઈ? બધાને સીએ થવા જાઓ છો, પછી સીએ લોકો જ બધા જોબલેસ થઈ જશે ભાઈ. એટલા બધા સીએ થશે તો સીએનું પણ એ જ થશે. જેમ એન્જિનિયર ઓવરફ્લોડિંગ એન્ડ MBA 900 ઓવરફ્લોડિંગ, પછી સીએ પણ ઓવરફ્લોડિંગ. એટલે એ લોકોએ નક્કી કર્યું છે 1% થી વધારે રિઝલ્ટ દેવું જ નહીં. તો so many girls are coming to me, twice, thrice they failed and they become depressed. But then why you are going? There are so many other lines. You try once more. You try. I will advise to her. You try once more with full efforts. Do your best, but leave the rest. That's the formula I'm going to give tomorrow. These mantras for stress management. One of the mantras is do your best and leave the rest. Write down. Okay, you try your best. Don't think about the result. Do your best. Ma phaleshu kadachana, says the Gita. Try your best. Don't bother about result. Be prepared for the worst. Do your best and be prepared for the worst. After this, trying your best, give the examination, and after that also, if you don't pass, then change the line. One more attempt you can make. One more attempt you make, a sincere attempt. But while going to examination, don't try to think about the result, because when you think about the result, tension will come. And tension comes, concentration gone. Then you cannot pass. So this is a simple thing. Don't think about the result while you are working. Working without expectation of result. That does not mean the result will not come. By the very sheer law of karma, it will come. Don't give attention to result. Often our peace is disturbed when A, we trust the people but we are betrayed by them. Second, we believe in the people but they deceive us. We are cheated by others, etc. Same thing, we are how to handle. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, Bhakt hobi to hobi, boka hobi keno. Become a devotee, don't become a fool. Why you want to allow yourself to be cheated? You should have intelligence enough and you should be practical in mind, don't get cheated. And he used to give a story. You see, don't get cheated by outside show. Normally we get cheated by outside show and outside talk. So he used to give example, there was a shop and there were 4 salesmen. All the 4 salesmen were wearing a chadar, beautiful chadar, and it was written Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, it was written. And they had very big mark on the forehead, and all were taking the name of the Lord. One person was saying Keshav, Keshav, second saying Gopal, Gopal, third Hari, Hari, fourth Hara, Hara, and anybody will come, oh my God, all of them are very devoted. So it was a goldsmith shop. They would give their gold for making ornaments. Sri Ramakrishna says, don't get cheated by outside show. You know, he said, you must try to examine everything and then accept. Don't get cheated by outside show. Do you know the real secret behind those 4 salesmen? You don't know. Whenever anybody comes, the first person says, Keshav, Keshav. Keshav, Keshav means, Kesab, Kesab. How are they? What type are they? It is a code language. Second says, Gopal, Gopal. They are just like Gopal. Just like cowherd boys. Very simple in nature. They can be easily cheated. This is a code language. Third, Hari, Hari. Should I steal their ornaments? Hara, Hara. Go full extent, because they are all fools. They are not going to know it. So, Sri Ramakrishna used to say, be a devotee, don't be a fool, be practical. Don't allow yourself to be cheated. Once it is okay, but if you get cheated once and again, there's something wrong with you. Don't get cheated. Now, does it mean that in pursuit of happiness we have to give up materialism for us and our family members? We have not to be ambitious to grow and succeed in career and feel content by subordinating ourselves to who are ambitious for it. No, I never said. Yes, we must go for more money, we must go for more income. In fact, I went to Europe recently. What a nice standard of living they are having. Everybody having air-conditioned car, everybody having air conditioner in the house, beautiful roads. Nicely they are enjoying life. We must have a decent living, all of us. So all of us must try to have a better standard of living. That is the first thing. Physical comforts we must have. We are much below the standard. I am not saying that we must not earn money, but we must not earn money at the cost of our physical health and mental health. That's all. That's principle you remember, and then go ahead. In society, some people do not work. They are supported by their sons or relatives. They seem to be at peace. Is it right? As ultimately our aim is to get peace. Yes, in retired life, if they don't work, okay, they have worked enough. And if they are, but then how are they spending their time? That is more important. If they are spending their time in watching TV, in playing gamble, their time can be spent any manner. Then their test of peace will come when his wife will die, somebody will die. Are they peaceful at that time? That is the test. In general, you find them peaceful. The tension of work will not be there, but there are so many circumstances will come. Can you remain peaceful at that time? That is the test. Under every circumstance, under any incident, under any calamity, if you can remain peaceful, yes, then you have achieved. Till that time, you don't have to be content, you have to work hard. There are certain technical questions, but I am not taking it because we don't have much time. So the sum of the question that I am leaving out, you please meet me at the end of the lecture because we are already short of time. Now, before we start meditation, I have to give so many types of hints as to how to remain peaceful under various circumstances. So when there is a quarrel in the family, what to do, how to remain peaceful. Then when some dear one dies, how to remain peaceful under that circumstances. Then some people criticize you, how to remain tranquil at that time. There is a great calamity has come to you. Maybe the bank in which you had get deposit all your deposit is gone. At that time, some financial crisis has come. how to face that situation, at that time how to remain tranquil. These are all various things I have given in that my book. Maybe the second part is not there in that, how to remain tranquil under various circumstances, how to get peace in everyday life, that also I have given the second part of the book, and also some mantras on stress management. Before that, one thing that I yesterday forgot to tell you, Holy Mother Sharda Devi gave a beautiful message for peace of mind. You know, Sri Ramakrishna's consort was Holy Mother Sharda Devi. She passed away on 21st of July 1920. Sri Ramakrishna passed away on 16th August 1886. 34 years she remained on this earth carrying out the great mission of Sri Ramakrishna. And Swami Vivekananda always used to consult her for any important matter. Though she was not the president or general secretary of Ramakrishna Mission, but for any important matter, Swami Vivekananda used to take her advice. Even for going to America, he could not decide. He asked for the blessing of Sharda Devi. When the letter came, Swami started dancing. Yes, permission of Mother has come. Now I'll conquer the world. And then he conquered the world. Chicago Parliament religions. Then he said it was possible because of the blessings of Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Just 3 days before Holy Mother Sharda Devi gave up her body, she saw a lady devotee was standing on the door and was weeping. Mother, you will go away. What will happen to me? Happen to us? Holy Mother said, don't worry. Sri Ramakrishna will look after you. Then she said one thing. That is the last message of Holy Mother Sharda. Afterwards she didn't speak. After 2-3 days she died. She passed away. Last message of Holy Mother Sharda Devi. She said, my dear, if you want peace of mind, this is how she starts. If you want peace of mind, don't look at the faults of others. Rather try to see your own faults. No one is a stranger, my child, in this world. The whole world is your own. This is very simple way she has given the whole message of Vedanta. Vedanta says the world is one. It is a holistic universe. Now the modern quantum mechanics also agrees that it's a holistic universe. Bell's theorem that all the particles of the whole universe are interconnected at deeper level has been verified by David Bohm, Nobel Prize physicist, that the whole world is one. It is one super consciousness permeating the whole universe, and that is why Schrodinger says consciousness is a singular of which the plural is unknown. Consciousness is a singular of which the plural is unknown. Isha vasamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena taktena bhunjitha magrata kasya siddhanam. Everywhere this same consciousness permeating. So Holy Mother Sharda Devi says, no one is a stranger. Everyone is your own. Try to make everyone your own. And then she says, if you want peace of mind, don't look at the faults of others. If we analyze our life, what happens? Most of the time, our mind gets agitated. We lose peace of mind when we try to see the faults of others. Just have a look at our life. A person gets up early in the morning, talking an average person. The first thing he tries to say is, where is my tea? And then the wife says, milkman has not come. Then you try to find out the fault with the milkman. What type of fellow? He comes late. And then he comes. So first started with the fault finding with the milkman. Then afterwards the wife prepares the tea. And then while taking tea, already 20 years we have married and still you don't know how to prepare a good cup of tea. So finding fault with the wife. And then where is my newspaper? Without newspaper, how can I take a cup of tea? A newspaper wala has also come late, so finding out fault in newspaper. And when the newspaper has come, oh, it is full of faults only. Full of faults finding. Everywhere from front page starts, somebody has taken 10,000 crores worth of fodder, somebody has done this much corruption, somebody has done this one, this and that. That's why one management expert told very nicely, he said, don't read newspapers in the morning. I hope there is no newspaper wala here. Because the energy level goes down. And he said, Newspapers are bad, newspapers are sad, and newspapers make you mad. Always sad news will be more, sad news will be more, and bad news will be more. Good news will be inside. That's why Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said, this is one very important thing we have to learn from other countries. Other countries, even if there is a big bad, very bad thing has happened, it will not be in the front page. It will be there, but inside. On the front page there will be always positive news. But here in our newspapers, always masala, because they have to sell, like hot cake. So masala news. If there is a murder, front page. If there is some good thing going on, somebody has done very good work, it will be inside. Maybe it will not be there if inside, what, 2 lines. This positive news is not there. So newspapers are full of faults. So after reading the paper whole day, oh children, they are going astray, teachers, oh very bad, so officers are corrupt, everywhere, bad news, bad news, bad news. There are so many good people here also in our society in India, but we don't come to know of it because newspaper don't report it. And we are dependent on the information derived from newspapers and media, that's all, very pathetic. So our mind becomes full of faults, and then we give some type of firing to our children and go to the office, and in the office our main job is to find faults with the subordinates. And so find out fault there, and you have lost all your peace of mind, come back in the evening fully agitated, give some sort of scolding to the wife and go to bed. How can you get sleep? Whole day finding fault, you can't get sleep. So take tranquilizer, give scolding to your doctor, fellow is not giving good tranquilizers, I am not getting, and then go to bed somehow. This is our life. So why do we not get peace of mind? Because we are looking at the faults of others. So that is why Holy Mother Sharda Devi says, if you want peace of mind, don't look at the faults of others. But there is a joy in looking at the faults. So Holy Mother says, give a second sentence. Okay, if you derive joy, try to look at your own faults. There will be so many you will find here that if you are trying to see that, you will not have any time to look for the faults outside. Our inside is full of the faults. Bura dekhan jo main chala, bura na mila koi, jo tan khoja apna, mujhse bura na koi, says Kabir. When I try to see the fault within, so many faults I find that in trying to correct our own faults, we will not have any time to look at the faults of others. So if we want peace of mind, rather than judging others, let us try to judge ourselves. Are we on the right track? Have we made any mistake? Whenever any relationship also we try to find out, well, we feel that fellow has done injustice, this fellow has done injustice, but let us try to also analyze, what was anything wrong on my part? Was I lacking in some communication from my part? We will find most of the time we were also at fault, maybe not fully, but partially. And so that will help us to evolve, to rectify ourselves. And once we find out the mistake was ours, there will be no grudge. Because we are grudging because others are at fault. When we find out other fault, then we keep silence. Because it's our own fault. And Holy Mother Sharda Devi, her whole life, please read her life. This is the 150th birth anniversary of Sharda Devi this year. And so all over the world it is being celebrated on a grand scale. So we have brought out books at a very cheap price. Very cheap. It has been given special subsidized edition we have brought out. Life and Teachings of Holy Mother. You will get it in the bookshop. You must get it. Beautiful, simple life of Holy Mother. She was not lettered. Literally, she was angutha chap. When money order will come, she will put thumb impression. But Sri Ramakrishna used to say, she is incarnation of Goddess Saraswati, Goddess of learning. But when we see her life, though she did not undergo the formal education, but what intelligence! IQ, EQ, SQ, all the three. All the three. All the three you get in her life. What a wisdom. Today morning I was talking to the women program. What a wisdom. But one or two incidents only will show the Holy Mother Sharda Devi never tried to look at others' fault. Never. She was the mother of all. And she never, then somebody told, Mother, you are not able to look at the other's fault. What to do? By sheer habit, now it has come to me, I can't look at the faults of others. Never. Anybody coming, Holy Mother will accept.